Chernobyl didn't explode because of human error. It was destroyed by a deadly Soviet reactor design flaw that engineers knew about but were forbidden to discuss. Before we continue, would you mind liking this video and subscribing to our channel? Now, let's discover the terrifying truth behind the world's worst nuclear disaster. On April 26, 1986, reactor number 4 at Chernobyl nuclear power plant exploded during what was supposed to be a routine safety test. The blast sent radioactive material across half of Europe and created a dead zone that will remain toxic for 20,000 years. Soviet authorities immediately blamed operator error and human incompetence. But here's the shocking secret they tried to hide. The RBMK reactor design had a fatal flaw that made explosion almost inevitable. The deadly flaw was called the positive void coefficient. When power dropped low during the safety test, inserting the control rods to shut down the reactor actually caused a massive power surge instead of stopping it. But here's the most terrifying part. Soviet nuclear engineers had known about this design defect for years. Internal documents revealed they had experienced similar near disasters at other RBMK plants, but were ordered to keep silent by the KGB. The explosion wasn't just a nuclear meltdown, it was a steam explosion so powerful it launched the 2,000-ton reactor lid into the air like a bottle cap. The blast was equivalent to 10 Hiroshima bombs going off simultaneously. Even more shocking, the Soviet government initially tried to cover up the entire disaster. They didn't evacuate nearby Pripyat for 36 hours, exposing 50,000 residents to lethal radiation levels while officials denied anything had happened. The heroic part? 3 plant engineers volunteered for a suicide mission to drain water tanks under the reactor, preventing an even larger steam explosion that could have contaminated all of Europe. They knew they would die from radiation exposure. Recent declassified documents revealed that Soviet scientists calculated the disaster could have been 10 times worse. If the molten reactor core had hit the water tanks, the resulting explosion would have made Ukraine uninhabitable for centuries. The most heartbreaking detail: firefighters and plant workers rushed to help without knowing they were walking into lethal radiation. Many died horrible deaths from acute radiation syndrome within weeks. The Chernobyl liquidators, over 600,000 people who cleaned up the disaster. Wildlife has returned, but the animals carry dangerous mutations that will persist for generations. The ultimate tragedy. If Soviet engineers had been allowed to discuss the reactor's design flaws openly, the Chernobyl disaster could have been prevented entirely. That's your nuclear disaster knowledge bomb. If this revealed the hidden Soviet secrets behind the world's worst nuclear accident, smash that like button. Subscribe to 3 Min Knowledge for more shocking truths about disasters that changed history.